Okay, guys, here we go. First things first, we're going to start with the gold crayon, and you're going to cover that over the entire lid. Close your eyes. Sleeping Beauty eyes. Raise your eyebrows. Thank you. So you're going to cover the lid with this. While you still have a point on your crayon, go ahead and trace the inner corners first. So just get this really good, covering the lid. Do kind of a thick application. And whenever you're doing this, make sure to follow the eye. You're kind of going up at a swoop right here, and you don't have like a straight line cut off. You want it to go swoop up to the eyebrow. And you don't have to go all the way to the line, the eyelash line, because we're already going to be going over that with the blue and black eyeliner. So you don't have to go all the way down that far for that. Okay, so I'm just getting this on really good. So now we're getting the baked shadow and going on over top of the crayon. And what you're going to do is you're going to just dab it on. Don't pull and swipe. You're just going to dab. Dab it on top of that crayon. And this is going to set it so it doesn't smudge, crease, and move around. Not to mention it gives you a better gold dimension and a brighter color. Again, you want a thick application. You want the color to be very visible. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with the black eyeliner. And with the eyeliner, we're going to be doing winged eyeliner. Close your eyes. Start at the inner corner. You want to stay on the lash line. Don't go too super heavy in the inner corner right here. So since it's like a paintbrush almost, a really thin brush, you actually want to start here in the middle and get majority of the product off the brush before you go into the inner corner, or you're just going to get a big fat goopy line, which you don't want. Turn sideways. That's good. And now, see, I have my eyeshadow out here. Now I'm going to follow that eyeshadow line. And we're doing a pretty tall wing there. Now I'm just going to thicken the line. This is cheer makeup, so it is something that we want to be thicker than just everyday eyeliner wear. Okay, now that I have majority of the product off my brush, now I'm going to go ahead and go in and do this inner corner. Remember, you don't want it thick in the inner corner. When we do the inner corner, another good thing for you to do, have your daughter kind of squint her eyes. So squint your eyes, Michaela. Look at me a little bit. Just open it a little bit. Open your eye. Don't open all the way. This has to dry first, so I want you to look at my chin. There you go. Have them look low. That way their eyes are open so you can still kind of see what you're doing. Open a little bit more, Michaela. Right there. Don't move. Stay still. Okay, close. And now I'm just coming back through and I'm thickening up this line. Don't thicken up the tip of it. Turn. Leave this part thin. You're just going to thicken it up leading up to it. down towards the base. This great thing about this liner is it dries pretty quickly too. But definitely make sure that the girls' eyes are dried completely before they start opening, or it's just going to transfer right up here to their eyelid, which we obviously don't want. Okay, another thing is make sure you get really good up in this lash line. Otherwise, when they open their eyes, it's going to look like there's a white line up in there. So get in between those little eyelashes. I'm going to go over top with our blue liner. This is such a pretty, bright, vibrant blue. Again, I'm going to start in the middle. And also, if you feel like you get your black liner a little too thick, you can always go over top of it with this blue. Blue, I don't know if you can see, but I've went kind of past the tip of the black line, kind of to have them merge together for a nice clean line. And also, if you go over with too much blue, you can always go back in with the black and go back over the blue some. Go ahead and start on her blush over here. And again, with the blush, you can use whichever color looks best on your daughter and their skin tone. There's no specific blush color. And with blush, remember this is stage makeup, so you do want to put it on heavy. It might look ridiculous up close, but it is stage makeup, and it's going to show up really good in the pictures. And if you don't have it on looking a little crazy, then it's not going to show up very well in the pictures or on stage. So do not be afraid to layer it on thick. And when you're going for your blush, you want to stay on the apples of the cheek. And that's generally, you know, you have their cheekbone up in here. You want to stay on their cheekbone about right at this angle right here. Don't go further, than about this point. Go off that angle of the eye. Don't go further than that point with the blush. And you want to go all the way up here into their hairline. So brush it into their hairline. And if you ever get too much blush, it's really easy to kind of buff out. You would just get like a powder brush and some powder and buff it out. Go over top of it, lighten it up. And on some of the girls, especially the older girls, if you feel like they look too fair, even with the younger girls, if you feel like they look too fair and the makeup just doesn't look right on them, you can even throw some bronzer up on them. And if you have girls with acne or zits, you can touch those up as well. And Michaela, she has really light eyebrows but very dark hair. So whenever you put the darker eye makeup on her, like the eyeliner and whatnot, it kind of, you know, looks like at times that she doesn't have very much eyebrows. So with her, I'm going to go in with just some loose powder and darken up her eyebrows just a tad to give her the finished look so she doesn't look crazy. And what I'm doing that with is just an eyeliner brush, and I'm just brushing it into her brow line. And this is just a filler. I'm not drawing brows on her. I'm just filling in what she has to give her a little bit more color up here, so she has that full outline of her eye. Otherwise, it looks like she has no brows. And by the way, the blue is dry at this point. Doing a powder is always the easiest cleanup and the most natural looking. Open your eyes. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I definitely can, as far as this side of her brows being filled in and the other's not. Again, this is not a necessity. It's all in personal preference. I just do it with her because she starts to look like she doesn't have eyebrows over here when she gets the black around her eyes. Woo, someone's getting sleepy. There you go. Keep your eyes closed. And turn towards me. And guys, with this being so dark, it does kind of stain the lips, so make sure you're careful with the application. Open your mouth. Wider. Open more. Big. Wider. So yeah, if you mess up or whatnot, it's something you're going to want to clean up right away before it sinks in and stains their lips. Good. Open wide. And as you can see, this is a really pretty hot pink, and it has a really nice glossy finish. Ooh, sassy girl. Show everybody those lips. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do her mascara. Again, any mascara works fine, but they definitely need mascara, and you want mascara on both top and bottom lashes. Okay, you're going to look at my chin. You can apply this however you want as well. This doesn't matter. And as far as eyeliner on the bottom, that's totally up to you. I'm absolutely okay with you putting black eyeliner on the bottom as long as they don't look like raccoons. So just make sure it's a very thin line. And whenever you do eyeliner, I don't want it necessarily underneath unless it's a very fine line underneath. Otherwise, probably try right on this waterline right here where the lashes meet. And as far as falsies, no falsies, please. Not that I think any of you would do falsies, but I think that just needs to be said. And I do want a thick coat of mascara as well. Okay, best way to do bottom on the kids is just to rub it back and forth, the mascara back and forth. And before you have them look up, wait for the mascara on the top to dry, otherwise it will go up there. Alright, one last thing. I'm not going to put eyeliner on her bottom just because she doesn't need it, and when I tend to do that, it makes her eyes look closed. Makes her eyes look much smaller. Now what I'm going to do with this black eyeliner is just kind of go from this bottom, look up. I'm just going to go from this bottom corner. Stay still, sis. And I'm just filling that in. Just a tiny bit. You don't have to do that. I'm doing this just for her. Close your eyes now. And now I'm going to fill in. I don't know if you see it, but there's a little bit of her skin showing right here. Now I'm just going to fill that in to finish off my full wing. Close your eyes. And open. And that's it on the makeup. It's just that right there. Smile. Cheesy faces. So sleepy after Friday night practice. Bye, guys.